everyone, Ashley Josephine here. So today I'm going to do a video based on a request that I got from one of our readers, and she wanted to know a little bit more about mudras. Mudras are hand gestures that you've probably seen all over the place and didn't even know what they were. You see them most commonly on Buddha statues. Buddha's always doing something with his hands, and his hands are always in a particular position. We use them sometimes in yoga, depending on the type of yoga you practice. They're practiced more commonly with a type of yoga called Kundalini yoga. And mudras are about accessing and connecting to our body's energy, so they're actually a form of energy medicine, and they belong to the energy body. So our hands, in science, it's been proven, have more nerves than anywhere else in the body, on the palms of our hands. This is why hands have such a healing element to them. We use hands in Reiki practices, which is another form of energy medicine, but also in massage, and just touching the back of a friend when they're down, or giving someone a hug and embracing with the arms and the hands transfers a very specific kind of energy, whether you realize it or not. And it's because we have so many nerve endings in our hands that we have so much power in the hands. When we harness that energy with purpose by creating different gestures that have a specific meaning, we're able to actually control the energy flows of our body and heal ourselves based on specific situations that we find ourselves in every single day. So the other thing about the hands, when you look at energy medicine, the end of the fingers are the end of meridian lines that run through the body, and this goes back to traditional Chinese medicine and other alternative medical practices that formed in the East, in China and India. And so when the meridians, or these energy pathways that run through our body, become blocked, the blockage of energy flow turns up as pain normally in our body, or illness. And so a lot of what energy medicine is about is removing the blockages in our energy pathways. This is what acupuncture does. This is what acupressure does. This is a lot of what we can do with massages. And also, when we use these hand movements, these mudras, we're able to work these energy pathways in a very specific way so that we can help and aid the work that we might be doing when we see acupuncturists, acupressurists, massage therapists, tapping, any of these different modalities of energy medicine. These mudras, the next 5 mudras that I'm going to go through with you, are very simple. You've probably seen them in many different ways. And what's really interesting is to notice how the West has adopted mudras in an unconscious kind of way and popularized very certain hand movements. So the peace sign is a mudra, we can argue, in that the hands are working in a very specific way, and you'll see surfers do this kind of thing. That's also a mudra that we will work a little bit into. So you can see how these hand gestures and movements very unconsciously have been adopted into Western life without us knowing a whole lot about them, but when applied with consciousness and with purpose, actually can help us heal. So the first mudra that we're going to do is one that you've seen in almost all yoga classes, because I do it at the end of every one of my classes, and it's called Anjali Mudra, and it is simply the palms of the hands placed together with the thumbs resting against the heart. And Anjali Mudra is very much about connecting with the divine that is in all of us. It's a sense of offering up the divine within us to those around us, helping us to connect with ourselves and the power that we have within us, helping us to know our truth. It's a very powerful mudra. It's used at the end of yoga classes, but it can also be used at the beginning as a form of meditation. And sometimes we incorporate these mudras throughout our yoga classes. In tree pose, when we're balancing, oftentimes we're connecting within to find that inner strength that helps us balance. So this is called Anjali Mudra, palms together to touch with the thumbs up against, between the breastbone up against the heart. The second mudra is Abaya Mudra. We see this a lot in Buddha statues, and that is the right palm facing out with the left palm face up, resting on the lap. And Abaya Mudra, we see a lot with the Buddha statues, is all about overcoming fear. And it's very symbolic in that this right hand is literally blocking the fear that might be coming at us from the external world. It's helping us to develop a sense of power and confidence within us so that when the fear comes at us, we can allow it to bounce right back off. This is called Abaya Mudra, and this is most often used in meditation. So whenever you find yourself up against a lot of fear, you can always take a comfortable seat somewhere, bring your hands and arms into this mudra, Abaya Mudra, close your eyes, and start to breathe. You might think about the fear and think about actually allowing that fear to bounce right off of you. The next mudra is Dianna Mudra, and you simply take your right hand and you place it on top of your left palm and you bring your thumbs together to touch. You rest your palms on your lap with your shoulders relaxing down away from your ears. Again, another great mudra to use in meditation. And Dianna Mudra is all about developing concentration. So if you're ever feeling unfocused or scattered, it's really great to sit down in a quiet place, bring your hands into Dianna Mudra, close your eyes, and breathe. And concentrate on your breath. And the movement of the energy through the thumbs and these meridian lines and the palms on top of each other help to develop an internal sense of concentration and focus. So that's Dianna Mudra. The next one's really fun. It's called Karana Mudra. This is the one that I was talking about that references the surfer movement. So in Karana Mudra, you take your middle finger and place it to the thumb. Your ring finger will come down along the middle finger, but it will not touch the thumb. It will just sit next to the middle finger. The pointer finger faces up and the pinky faces up. And your other hand is face up, lying on your lap. So if you ever find a lot of negativity coming up, it's great to find that quiet place, sit down, bring your hands into Karana Mudra, and allow the energy to work through the body. When you connect the fingertips to other fingertips, you're connecting meridian lines and allowing the energy to cycle through, which gives it more power to clear away blockages within the body. So that's Karana Mudra. It's all about expelling negativity. And the last one is Jana Mudra, which is also very popular in yoga classes. You've probably seen many times before. You simply take your thumb and your index finger and place them together to touch, with the other three fingers stretching out away from the palm. You can either do this mudra sitting down in meditation. This is all about promoting peace and calm. But you can also take this mudra in different yoga poses. So in Warrior 2, you can have your hands in Jana Mudra. Or in tree pose, again, when your arms come up above the head, you can come into Dianna Mudra. You're promoting peace and calm in the body. And it's really nice to be able to incorporate some of these mudras into different yoga poses as a way for you to help develop a sense of concentration or bring a purpose to the poses themselves. So, not a whole lot of movement today, but I hope slightly informative, a little bit interesting, some new information for you. All about the energy body mudras, using the power of the hands to help you heal yourself. I always tell my students when I talk about energy, you don't have to believe me. If you think that the energy body is completely a bunch of quackery, that's totally fine with me. I can tell you all of these things about energy all day long, but you won't believe me until you experience it for yourself. So I highly recommend sitting down, trying some of these mudras in your life, seeing how you feel. If nothing's there, go on with your day and you don't have to worry about it. But if you actually do feel a change in your internal equilibrium, then you know that you're starting to recognize more and more a sense of energy. I hope that you've enjoyed this little video today. I hope that you can incorporate some of these mudras into your practice in the following week. Thank you so much for joining me and taking the time out of your busy day to watch this video, and I'll see you on the mat next week. Namaste.